All right. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Hopefully, you guys did not have a hard time logging in this morning. Um, but welcome to our financial mindset and education session with the beautiful Rosa-Lee McKenzie. We are here on a Tuesday morning and ready to go. We just finished our fellowship with our Lord Jesus, with Bishop Albert Harold, and now we are going into our education training center, which is the Crypto Train. We would love to have each and every one of you here to learn with us, to engage with us. So do put us on your calendar to come. Every Tuesday, this is what you can expect to receive something about financial education, something about financial mindset, something about cash flow, um, financial management. I mean, there are just endless topics that you will receive here in this very show. So at this time, I am going to hand over the baton to Rosa-Lee. Thank you, Rosa-Lee, for being here always.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Summer. Thank you so much for the awesome intro. Good morning, everybody. I'm not sure if you were here in the beginning this morning, but it was a great worship session that we had, and it just really gets you excited for the day. It gets like what he said is like get those cobwebs off and wake you up in the morning and get you fired up. So there is an example of my recruiting to get people to come and participate in that morning gospel and just feel the spirit and just, you feel nice and light and ready to take on the day. So there's an example of recruiting. So I'm sharing the goodness of participating with people with the same mindset, with the same goals in mind, and how it just feels to be part of that and how it feels to introduce other people to that community as well, right? That moment in time. Hopefully that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I'm just going to do a quick business overview of what I do for my business. Probably take about 10 minutes, and then we'll jump into the mindset around recruiting. So regardless, I'll get into that later. I was gonna jump right into it, but let's not. Let's just put the brakes on that for a second, and we'll come back to that. So just a quick overview on what I do as a job, as a career. I'm a licensed agent in Alberta, Canada. I have my license in multiple provinces in Canada with multiple licensing boards. It's a highly regulated industry. If you go on to any insurance council in any state, because we're also in the United States, if you go into any insurance council in that state, you're going to see how those agents like me are highly regulated. There is always legal situations going on where somebody's being investigated, and it's a good thing because of what we do for work is very important. It's very it's private to families, and we want to make sure that we are doing it in an ethical way that helps everybody. So we're helping families with their financial situation, and everybody has a different financial situation, right? So I'm just going to share my screen here and show you. So I just want to talk about the goodness of our company and what we do to help families. So a lot of people are feeling like this guy right here, there's a pinch, we have money on our mind, we're thinking about debt, we're drowning in debt, we don't have a lot of cash flow, or if we do, great. But we're not thinking about retirement. Unfortunately, we're not thinking about what is our life going to look like financially in 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 years, because it's really hard for us in this world, in our society that's happening right now. There's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of fear coming from all different directions. And I really, truly feel like that's why people don't even want to think about the future, because it's scary. There's a lot of young kids right now that don't even realize what retirement could look like. They don't even want to think about it because they don't even think that they can have children. They don't even think that they can buy a house, right? So there's this scarcity and this fear around what 5, 10, 15 years is going to look like. So we literally just live in the present. But then what's happening is we're stuck in this hamster wheel of get up, go to work, eat food, make some phone call, like call family, pay some bills, and then go home, go to bed, and rinse and repeat. Every day feels like it's that hamster wheel. Well, that's where I step in, partially because I can help with the financial part, but I'm also here as a friend. My clients have multiple things going on in their lives. I'm also their cheerleader. If they're going to school or they're applying for a new job, I'm sometimes the person that they call because they want to talk to somebody who gets it, somebody who understands, right? So not only helping them with their finances, I'm also helping them by listening. I'm cheering them on. So my company that I work for as an independent licensed agent is called World Financial Group. And they're basically essentially the platform that I brought my license to. I could get my license with the insurance council, and I could take my license to any managing agency that I wanted to. But the reason why I chose World Financial Group is because they have such an assortment of options to help families. And our goal and our purpose in life is to help as many people as we can and to be of service. And how I can be of service is by offering so many services to my clients. I'm not selling these products to my clients. I'm the in-between broker for my client to the company. If my client is in one of these products or services and they need to change something or contact the company to change whatever, my client calls me, and then guess what? I call the company. I'm the one sitting on hold for hours on end, calling the reps, getting the information, filling out the paperwork. I do all of that for my client. My client doesn't have to call multiple companies to do multiple services. They just have to call me and I do all the work, okay? So the reason why I chose World Financial Group is because there's so many options. We're talking about investments, insurance, and then also other solutions like line of credit and mortgages, debt restructuring, or even debt elimination. We do home and auto insurance. We do health and dental insurance, and we do group benefits. So that's why I'm proud to say that World Financial Group is like one of the top companies in the United States and Canada right now. And we're doing a lot to change families' lives. So how we help families is we sit down with a family or a single mom or a single dad or a single person, and we just sit down with them and we do these 6 steps. We figure out what their cash flow is, what's coming in, what's going out. We figure out debt management. Is there some credit cards to pay off? Is there a student loan that's lingering? How can we take care of that? We establish emergency fund. A lot of people don't think that they can do this, but with the strategies and the steps that I can help that family with, we can actually get to these goals. I have a client who, when we first met in 2020, this client had $120,000 in debt. like worth of bills. They had essentially zero savings. They were living paycheck to paycheck. We sat down with this client, and over the last 2.5 years, this client now is debt free. This client has a net worth of about $500,000 now. They're saving money every single month. Not a lot, because there's still like financial struggles, right? Like cash flow and everything's expensive, right? Like mortgages went up, cost of living went up, groceries went up, gas went up, right? So we might be making more money, but it's hard to see that income growth because the bills went up. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So yes, so that's exactly what we do. We sit down and we go through all these steps, and then we figure out, we build that wealth, and then we also build it in such a way where we're preserving it. If we're putting our money in a bank, nothing against the banks, but they're a business and they have a certain reason, certain way that they run their business, right? Unfortunately, they use our money to give away to other people and to invest. So they're giving our money out as loans, like high interest loans. They're giving our money out as high interest credit cards, right? And then they're also investing our money. But what they're giving us in return is they're giving us 0.075% interest. Where there's other strategies where we can work directly with those investment companies, and we can make those high rates of return instead of the bank. So this is one of the strategies that we teach people, because we want to make sure that our savings is outpacing inflation. And not a lot of cases are doing that. So that's just one of the ways that we help families. Another way that we help families is we introduce them to our business model and maybe get them started as an agent at World Financial Group. So what we have to do here is we have to get a license. We become an agent, and then we can grow an agency. So we make money 5 different ways. We make money off of our own personal pen. So when we sell an insurance product or an investment product to a client, that we make commission off of that. So this is strictly commissions. And then when we do that investment product, we make a commission, but then we also make a commission off of that investment year after year after year for the rest of my life. That's called residual income. That's where you are making money while you sleep, okay? And then off of insurance renewals, when your auto insurance renews, somebody in the background, your broker, somebody at that company is making a commission every single year that you renew your auto insurance. It's the same thing here. Anytime an insurance product renews, we also make a commission off that renewal for the rest of our life, as long as that is in place, right? And then we also can make bonuses depending on our contract level. And then we also, if we build an agency and we train other people to do what we're doing, we split commissions in that way as well. So that's just a really quick overview on being a licensed agent at World Financial Group. Let me know if you have any questions on what you want to learn about World Financial Group, or what you want me to train on next time. I was thinking I would maybe train on the apprenticeship program, the training, how the training works. So that might be an idea. I just thought of that right now. So next time I can teach on that. But if there's something else you want me to teach on, I can't go into specifics, because specifics are for when I sit down with a client one-on-one, then we can talk about specifics.
Rosa-Lee, if I'm interested in becoming a financial agent with your company, what is the percentage that they give to new agents in terms of like commissions?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure what the percentage is in the States, but I can find out, okay?
Okay.
I'll find out. Because what I don't know if you remember the second slide there was a name at the bottom of the screen called Aegon. So Aegon actually is a Dutch company that's been around since 1844. They purchased World Financial Group in 2001. So what that means is Aegon gets a cut of all the work that we do, and then World Financial Group gets a cut as well. So World Financial Group does all of our legal, they do our payroll, they do our marketing, they do all of that stuff in the background. They do our emails, our online platform, all of our trainings. They do all of that. So it only makes sense that they get a cut, and then we make commissions off the rest. But it's still it's the highest paid industry on the planet.
Yeah, so you might want to go over that for people in Canada who might want to sign on for the Canadian members. But the reason I was thinking about getting my license is because I need a financial education, and we want to eventually set up the Promise United for our own. We want to become our own broker, so we can do financial services to our members. And so it would just be better for the CEO of the company to be licensed financially. So
yeah, I love that. And the education is actually very affordable. If somebody doesn't want to get their license and go through the licensing and be a broker, they can still go through the education part of it. So it's $120 for an agent code, which means you have to get a code in order to get the training. The training we have a boot camp. Our office offers a boot camp, and it's for free. It's part of your code, and also the meetings and the trainings. So it's all included in the $120, and that's US. $120 to get your code to be part of the community, and that's like a one-time payment. And then the course, to actually take the course and the education, get this. I took so many courses to learn how to do accounting. I spent tens of thousands of dollars, and I didn't learn this information. This course in the United States is $60. Like, how can you not afford $60, take the education, right? And then change your finances for the rest of your life. And then you could teach your friends and your family what you just learned, right?
Exactly.
And then the best part about actually getting the license is now you can help your friends and family and make commissions off of it, right? Because it's a really good industry. Excuse me. So yeah, that was a really good question, but I can definitely find out the percentages for the United States, and I know what they are for Canada, but I don't know if there's any Canadians on here that are interested. Okay, so let's change gears and jump back into the mindset around recruiting. Let me just, I started talking about it.
Sorry to take you off from your train of thought.
No. In the beginning, I was like starting to talk about recruiting, and then I was like, no, wait a minute, let's just go back. And then I should have wrote it down because it was, I feel like it was a good one. So the mindset around recruiting is it's really like an unselfish thought, which is really hard for us to get away from sometimes because we're worried about what are people going to feel? What are people going to think? What are people going to say about me behind my back? I get that. But when it comes to recruiting, think about it as you are offering an opportunity that you're already doing, that you feel good about, right? Like the Promise United. We're here because there's a reason we're here, right? There's a reason that something that Summer said in her presentation, or there's something that somebody else said that brought us into this community. And that's and that's how that person got us here, is they said something. Like they didn't say, oh, join this community and it's, you know, it's this price. They said, you know, this is a great community. There's great people. There's lots of education. Like we're talking about the goodness of the Promise United, right? So that is, oh yeah, absolutely, Mary. I'll give you my number, okay? In the chat. I'll put my number in the chat. I should do that right now, actually. Hold on here. I'll just put my information in the chat here. And then, so this is my text information. Sorry, I just saw that now. So that's my text information. Add me to your phone, text me when you get a chance, and then I'll give you a call and we can have a conversation. So yeah, like we're here because we are attracted to either something that Summer said, something that Summer showed us on her presentation. And that's why we're here, is because we see the vision, we're attracted to that. And now this is exactly how we can introduce new people to the Promise United, is by talking about the vision. And one way to do that is to really dial into Summer's presentation, which we can do on YouTube. I believe it's on YouTube. We can watch that replay and we can just like, we're talking about the feeling of the community. We're talking about the goodness of Summer's heart and what she's trying to bring across, right? So when we're talking about this community or your business with other people, we're not talking about, you know, the meat and potatoes of it. We're talking about the greatness of it, the high level of it, right? The community part of it, how we feel being a part of this. We're not selling the Promise United. And we have to get our heads up, like we have to get our heads to stop thinking that way. Oh, I don't think that person can spend, you know, that money, and they don't want to spend the money on this. And, you know, if I thought that way about every time I sat down in front of a family that 100% needed life insurance because they have a mortgage and vehicle payments and lots of debt, and they just had a newborn baby, and what if something happened to that baby? Like, could they take time off work? What if something happened to the husband who's making the money and the wife is staying home? What if something happened to the husband? Like, I can't think about, well, they can't afford, you know, $100 a month. I can't think like that. What I have to think is, how is this going to help this family? When we're bringing people into our business, or we're bringing people into the Promise United, we're not trying to sell it. We're just talking about the goodness of it, because if that person wants it, they have that option. Hopefully this is making sense. Do I get some hands up? This is making sense. Okay. I have a thing here I want to share with you. Share my screen. So I just kind of made a list of some of the great ways to wrap our head around that. I call it a recruiting mindset, but really we're just talking about the goodness of the company. So we're going to promote mutual benefits. Like I said, we're going to emphasize the nature of the opportunity, explain how joining the group or business can benefit the individual, while also showing how their skills and involvement will benefit the organization. Because a lot of people just want to feel like they belong somewhere. They want to feel like they can contribute. So if there's a way that person can contribute to this community, say that to them. Say, you know what? You're such a great person. You have a really great mindset. People are attracted to you. I could listen to you talk all day. You're so great at talking, or you're so great at presenting. I really think this community might be a good fit for you, but you know what? Come and check it out first. And then the rest is up to them. The rest is up to them. You're not telling them like, this is how much it costs. This is that. No, it's like, I think this would benefit you. And I think you could benefit the organization as well, right? That's where getting to know the presentation and the vision will really help to understand how to word this, right? We want to align the recruitment message with the overarching mission of the business or community group. This helps potential members see their potential impact and fosters a sense of purpose and belonging. We want to focus on the community and connection. We want to highlight the community aspect of the organization, show how the members support each other, and how joining can offer a sense of camaraderie and networking opportunities. And if it's not for that person, if that person's shy or they don't want to meet new people, or they don't want education on crypto or marketing or social media, or building a business or financial education, then maybe they have something they could offer, right? This isn't for everybody, but it's a great place for the right person. We want to point out opportunities for personal and professional growth within the organization. This could be training and leadership roles or exposure to new skills and experiences, right? We want to be transparent and clear. We want to be honest about what's involved in joining. We don't want to give too much information, but we also want to be transparent about, the dates and the times and what they're going to see, right? And what they're going to be part of. And then let them know their options. This is the big part here. Let them know their options and ideas will be valued and that they can play a role in shaping the organization's direction, right? That's super important. And that's their decision if they want to join the community or not, but it's our responsibility to share it with as many people as we can. Because there are people out there right now, you guys, that are looking for a community to be part of. Like, don't prejudge anybody. Don't prejudge anybody. We want to frame these conversations positively, and then avoid phrases that could be perceived as coercive or overly aggressive. We want to be inviting and enthusiastic, right? We want to show that the organization values and seeks diversity in its members. We want to highlight how diverse perspective is enhanced creativity and problem solving in group dynamics. And then you can also use testimonials and stories from your own experience. I feel like that would be a really good way to just talk about the community and a testimonial of your own. I just have one thing I want to share here really quick, and then I'm almost done, Summer. I just saw this meme that I thought was really funny, and I was like, I need to share this. It's scared. Give me 1 second. Where did I put it? Oh. I thought this was really funny. So I wanted to share desktop. Come on, open. I love this. This meme is really funny. I thought I would share it with you guys. So, like I said, there's people out there looking. There's people out there looking for a community exactly like this. So talent, it's everywhere. I thought that was funny. Okay, I'm done, Summer. Thank you guys so much for your participation. Message me if I put my text in the chat. Please message me. I'll call you back. Let's have a conversation. And don't forget, talent everywhere.
Yeah.
Recruit all your friends.
That's why it's so important for us to bring a lot of people to the Promise United, because there are talents everywhere.
Yes, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Think about it this way. Companies or business owners who have a lot of money, they use their money to bring in the talents, right? To hire those people to bring in the talent so they can help to build the dream, right, for these business owners. But what do we have? We don't have the money, but we have the ability to unite all these talents, right? Mm-hmm. All these talents and bring them into one single platform or one single community or one single world. And so that's how we're going to build the Promise United's community, by bringing all these talents, right? And so, if we are here together in this community and we have all these talents, and this is our company, we would want to share our knowledge. We would want to use our expertise to grow the Promise United, to bring value, right? To create the community so that it's so valuable. It's as valuable as gold, right? When they see so many talent here and they see the value within, we don't even have to twist their arms. They will just come naturally, right?
Mhm.
And that's why I am here every day trying to sell the dream to you guys that, hey, we don't need to have all that money. We can create this beautiful company by just uniting the masses, just uniting the talent, uniting the people, bringing in the power of the people. And when we put together our talent, we can then create a beautiful world for everyone, right? So thank you, Rosa-Lee, for sharing that really nice statement. It is definitely resonate with me because I've seen that a long time ago. Just, never have the time to really put that into practice. So now we can connect all the dots and bring the people together. All right.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. So yesterday I went to this place. I went to the radio station because my friend and I are doing commercials for the solar company locally, and so I picked up business cards. You see these business cards? There are some people who provides um, business locally, but there are people who provide business nationwide. And so it's very applicable to what we're doing. So, I pick up the cards and then I'm looking at which person and their service would be applicable to what we're doing. And then I'm going to give them a call and invite them to come and be a member of the Promise United community. And then I am going to tell them the benefits of what we do here, right? So I am going to put these benefits, like minds think alike, because, Rosa-Lee just shared a whole bunch of great stuff about recruiting mindset. And so here are um, several things. If you are registered on the Chat GPT and you have been doing a lot of work around the Promise United, you just tell Chat GPT to help you out, and it will help you out. So I'm going to put these benefits. I'm going to share first, and then I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. So let me go ahead and end this video for our lovely Rosa-Lee first, and then we'll go into the marketing training. Thank you for doing a fantastic job, Rosa-Lee, always. And ladies and gentlemen, I advise you to give Rosa-Lee a call and get your free financial management, financial planning session with her. Okay, learn from her. She is filled with knowledge, financial management, financial education. So go ahead and reach out to her and take advantage of her ability to deliver education and support for you. Recommendation.